So we know that a lot of times what we gauge our success off of is what does that scale say?
Yeah.
So, all four of us were brought up on getting rid of that scale,
Hmm.
throw the scale away. So, what has getting rid of that scale, how has that been a shift for you
Well,
in getting rid of that scale?
getting rid of the scale was the scariest thing I'd ever
Is
done.
it?
Like I said, I had 10 years worth of journals. I could tell you what I weighed on May
Yeah,
27th, 2006,
like my
and
spreadsheet.
I can also tell you what I ate every bite, and that to me was comfort. And so and I remember thinking, well, if I don't have a scale, how am I going to know if it's working?
Yeah,
Mm.
And that was a really important question to ask. How would you
good.
know something is working? And I will argue you're better off looking at things like your energy levels, how your clothes fit, whether or not you're able to climb your stairs without needing a recovery period or CPR at the top. That kind of
Right.
stuff is a lot more accurate measure of health than a number on the scale, right?
Right.
And because getting rid of that scale was so huge, the reason that was so huge is because that number had so much authority in my life, and it controlled my mood and my choices, depending on whether or not that scale went up or down, dependent on how committed I was for the rest of the day, or how my attitude was toward myself and the food I ate, everything.
Yeah,
When I weighed myself every morning, I was giving over control of my peace to something I
Mm.
couldn't even control,
right.
because the only thing I control is my behaviors. I can't control that number on this scale. And once that scale was gone, it was so exciting because I noticed things that I know I would have missed if I was looking down at the floor every morning at that number. I noticed my skin was clearer. I noticed I had less inflammation.